After a trip to the round of 32 in the NCAA tournament last year, Little Rock's team was established. And now Little Rock's team has a Little Rock man to lead the Trojans. His name is Wes Flanigan. He knows what the Rock is all about, and he is ready to build on the foundation laid last year by Little Rock's team. This is the Wes Flanigan Show with host Gary Hogan. The Wes Flanigan Show is brought to you by Bale Chevrolet, The Butcher Shop, Angers Cleaners, Stevens Incorporated, Glazers Distributing, and 7 of their finest brands. We urge you to drink responsibly. And Dillard's Department Stores, the providers of head coach Wes Flanigan's wardrobe. Here with Gary Hogan is the head coach of the Little Rock Trojans, Wes Flanigan.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wes Flanigan Show, fourth one tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Got the coach over here. We're going to review our week of last week, and then we've got to talk about going on the road. We've got to leave the Jack, and we talked about it a little earlier, just before we went on the air. We've got actually, we've got 4 men's games left, 4 women's games left. The Jack Stevens Center. Everything else is on the road. Yeah, we got a stretch there late. We got to be on the road. But again, right now we got to turn our attention to trying to get some wins. And we had a good week of practice again. I think we're starting to string together some good practices. Our team is playing better. We got to get Liz back, and I think once we get Liz back, we'll start to see some production, some better production. You know, just talking about that for a second. You know, I think you can look and make all the excuses you want, but when you got a guy out of the lineup who gets you 12 points a game, and I look back, I'll go back to the Arkansas State game, you know, and a great first half in the Arkansas State game, then we kind of slipped to the second half. But if we have our inside game there, it's a lot different. And the same way with this coming week, this past weekend. Well, you know, Liz brings a lot of things that you don't really see in the stat sheet. I mean, he's our anchor on our defense. He brings consistent energy. He's one of our better rebounders, especially on the offensive end. And he's our rim protector. He's been an anchor of our defense for the last year and a half, and not having him there down a stretch of games to contest shots and be a factor at that rim is a huge factor for us, especially the way the referees are calling it now. You know, one-touch foul, and you know, it's a foul, and teams just down in late shot clock situations, they just kind of duck their heads and attack the rim, and not having him and OB out there at the same time a lot of times to finish those plays and finish those possessions have been a detriment as of here lately. Any word on when he might be back? Well, it's day-to-day. It's a sprained toe, right? It's turf toe, and so that tendon in there is giving him some difficulty. You know, he's getting to where he's moving pretty good on it now, but he's not able to, you know, really push off on it and jump the way he needs to. And so, you know, the biggest thing is we want to make sure Liz is healthy and ready to finish out the season. We don't want to bring him back and have a setback. And so Mike Neal is doing a heck of a job for us, you know, trying to get that thing under control. Hopefully we'll have him this Saturday on the road. Well, you know, if you look at it, and we talk about this all the time, obviously you're playing for seeding in the tournament, but you got to win the tournament. That's the key. At the end of the day, you know, so it's one big league. You know, we saw last year we won 30 games, with 29 games going into the tournament. Had a tough loss to Appalachian State on the road to finish up the regular season. And going into the tournament, I don't think we get in unless we win the tournament. And so it's the same thing this year. You got a jumble here in our conference and our race, and we're trying to work our way up the ladder. Obviously, Georgia Southern has gotten out there and gotten off to a 7-0 start right now. It's going to be some situations where they played a lot of home games so far. They're going to have to go on the road. I think they'll, you know, drop a game here or two in the next couple of weeks, but everybody else is trying to catch up to them. We got to do a good job, man, of continuing to fight. I think our guys are still fighting, still having some good practices. We're starting to play better basketball, and we want to be at our best here in February and March. Okay, let's look back at the weekend. We had a good outing against South Alabama. They'll roll the tape, and we can take a look at it. This was a complete basketball game. Yeah, I thought we were focused. We played with a sense of urgency. I think the best thing about this game is we really shared the basketball. I thought Jalen Jackson did a great job in transition, pushing it and making good decisions. As a team, we got out in transition because of the defensive end doing a good job there. And we made the easy passes to the open men, and we were able to make a lot of baskets. It's a good game for Marcus Johnson. You saw he had a 3 there. Yeah, definitely. And he shared the basketball well. Yeah, he's starting to get into a rhythm, starting to make the adjustment. You know, DeAndre Burns is helping him a little bit by taking some of
some of those responsibilities away from him as far as handling the basketball and guarding the best perimeter player from the opposing team. And so he's starting to get into a groove. Again, I think our team is starting to play a lot better. We got to be able to finish some of these games out with better execution down the stretch offensively.
There's Jalen right there, great pass, and that's DeAndre.
Yeah, we're starting to put together our transition game a little bit because we're getting consistent stops now, and guys are moving the basketball and sharing it. And you see when we make shots, we're a different team, and that's where we got to get to where we're doing that a little more consistent.
It's where the confidence comes from, isn't it?
Definitely, definitely. You see that across the country. I mean, there's a lot of parity out here in college basketball, and teams thrive off of seeing the ball go through the net. At the end of the day, it's about whichever team has the most success seeing the ball go through the net, and we got to start doing that a little better.
All right, that was on a Saturday night at the Jack Stevens, and then we had Troy come in on a Monday night, and I thought they could really shoot it.
Well, it's one of the best offensive teams in our league. Between them and UTA, those are the two most productive offensive teams in our league. We had some situations where obviously we hadn't been guarding the three-point line as well as we want to during the course of the year. We're starting to do that a lot better. Obviously, Troy was coming in, averaging 9 makes a game. We wanted to take that away, but they went to work on us inside, had a lot of success going against us in the post. And we had a couple of runs. We were down 11 twice during the course of the game. We make a couple of runs to get back in, and I thought right there late, we got into a one-possession game. We got 5 or 6 stops in a row, and we just weren't able to, get the ball in the basket to take the lead.
Right. I think we had, 4 times we came down and had a chance
4
to take
times.
the lead?
We would get a transition 3 from DeAndre Burns once, and then G attacks the basket twice. And then we come out of a timeout, we run a ball screen play and throw it to OB, and he probably gets fouled, right there on that possession, and we don't get the call. And I think at that particular point, we exhausted so much energy, trying to get that game within a possession, and we just kind of ran out of gas a little bit.
Right. Troy looked like, they had the big guy down front. You talked about it. He really hurt us downstairs. I think he had, and they quit going to him in the second half. He had 18 in the first half. He got, I think, 5 or 7 points in the second half.
Well, Bernardo is one of the best post guys in our league, and he's an inside-out combo threat. He's one of the better guys in our league, and we made an adjustment at halftime and started post blitzing him a little bit and got the ball out of his hands a couple times early. That helped us. But he's a really good player, and you saw Troy make the adjustment. I thought at Arkansas State they probably took too many threes, didn't have success there. They came back, they changed the lineup, they put more of a driving point guard in there, and Baker, the other kid that had been shooting a lot of threes, they sat him, and I thought they made a conscious effort to throw it inside to Bernardo, and 25 and 13 is too many. And they had some success with us.
Well, there I go again. We missed Liz Socia.
Definitely.
I think that changes the game.
Definitely. I think it really does.
I know I'm sitting here kind of cheering him on, but I say, I told him we need to put a shot in his toe before the game, and at halftime he'd be fine. It'd probably increase his vertical about 6 inches.
Well, right now, next man's got to step up. No excuses. We got to find a way to win that game at home. We had it there 1 possession. Maybe we burn the timeout right there and get a good offensive look, but I thought with the momentum we had coming down in transition, attacking the rim twice with Marcus Johnson, then getting a wide open 3, I thought we had some good possessions there, just wasn't quite able to get it in the rim.
Okay, let's take a look at the standings as they stand today, or tonight, I should say. Georgia Southern leads everybody with 7-0, and that's really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, they're starting to get a little separation right now. They're 2 games up. Again, they played a lot of home games. They're going to start to get on the road here as of late. But you see it, everybody's got 2, 3, 4 losses. It's going to be a tough stretch, going down the road. Obviously, we got to go on the road right now with the mentality of getting 2. Hopefully, we can get a split, and then we'll be back here in the Jack that next week with Coastal Carolina and App State. And again, we have to do a better job of taking care of the Jack and take care of home court.
Okay, there you see him, and we're going to be right back. We're going to take a break. Stay right where you are. Thanks.
Reason number 98 is better at Bale. Location, location, location. Right on Chenal in West Little Rock. Easy to find, easy to buy. Shop Bale Chevy on Chenal today and BaleChevy.com.
You've seen the vans. Now here's the deal. Hangers Cleaners provides free pickup and delivery to your home or office twice a week. That's right, free delivery. Sign up now to save 20% on your first 2 months of cleaning. Hangers, to your door, won't cost a penny more.
When did too big to fail replace too smart to fail? When did trend overtake truth? When did putting clients first stop being second nature? For us, never.
You can't take a risk in any investment that if it goes wrong and you lose it all, that you endanger the ability of the firm to survive. And that's really what Wall Street forgot.
So when do you want to learn more about Stephens, one of the country's most successful investment banking firms?
You feel it in your heart, the spirit of Little Rock. We've had that spirit since 1927, helping build our city by producing decades of leaders in the heart of our state. We are the heart of business and innovation, the heart of politics and government, the heart of arts and culture, and in our city beats the heart of a Trojan. UALR, we are Little Rock's team and Little Rock's University.
Okay, so it's a little off the beaten path, but the Butcher Shop is definitely worth the find, and your taste buds will agree. Choose one of the Butcher Shop's thick cuts of lean steak and cook it yourself. Watch it sizzle over the open flames on the grill, or let their chef cook it for you. Either way, it'll be the most taste-tempting steak in town. The Butcher Shop has other delicious menu items too, including chicken, salad, pasta, and more. The Butcher Shop, we're a lot more than just great steaks.
Independence, the ability to think freely. It allows you to tell truth from trend, to put clients first, to take the long view.
We're privately owned. We don't have public shareholders, and that's the very significant difference between ourselves and other firms.
Since 1933, independence has made Stephens one of the country's most successful investment banking firms. Feel free then to learn more about us.
Reason number 98, it's better at Bale. Location, location, location. Right on Chenal in West Little Rock. Easy to find, easy to buy. Shop Bale Chevy on Chenal today and balechevy.com.
If you're just tuning in, this is the Wes Flanigan Show. I'm Gary Hogan, your host, and we're going to talk about now, got to go on the road, got to play Louisiana. That was a tough game here.
Yeah.
That was that 8 o'clock start we had, and it was, it just wasn't a good basketball game.
Yeah, we had an unbelievable turnout, man. Our fans have been great, even the other night, against this team. I mean, our fans were unbelievable. I thought it was as loud as it's been all year in the Jack.
Yeah, against Troy.
They tried to pull us through, and they've been unbelievable for us this year. Obviously, going on the road is going to be a different mentality. We'll get off to ourselves, try to get focused. Obviously, Lafayette was really, really physical with us the last game, and I thought that affected us on some shots. Didn't get some baskets in the goal, in the paint. Didn't do a good job of finishing shots, and so our percentages have to be better from the field, and that'll give us more confidence on the defensive end. Okay, we have some highlights of Louisiana. They'll be in the white uniforms. They're playing at home, and they've struggled. Actually, they've had a couple of bad ball games. Yeah, they played UTA the other night, and I think they ended up losing by about 31 points. And I think with this team, man, you got to limit them from getting out in transition. You got to stop their inside threats. They have some big guys down there that are big bruisers. And so we got to do a good job of being physical, matching that physicality, getting a defensive rebound. And then I think if we can do that and finish some shots in the paint, do a better job in doing that, we'll be fine against this team. Well, I don't know what it's going to be like playing on a floor that somebody messed up painting. I don't know what that is. I'm sitting here trying to figure that out. Well, it's got a little swamp down. It's got a little swamp background to it. Obviously, with technology and everything now, there's a lot of different things going on with some of the appearances and stuff is on the court. But that is a little different, Hogan. With that swamp being in the background there. Maybe that. I guess they figure it might screw up the shooters, huh? Maybe so. That's something you got to get used to looking at that court, even watching it on TV right there. All right, we got to go down there. That's a Saturday night. You're going to leave
actually tomorrow, and then you've got Monroe, who we beat here in overtime, and they're playing a lot better.
Playing a lot better. I watched them last night against Lafayette at home. Obviously, it's a rival game right there. You know, within the last minute or so, it's like a 2-possession ball game. That's a scrappy team, a really scrappy team. You know, coach does a really good job, Richard, of getting his team motivated each and every day. You know, they're undersized a little bit. I think that's affecting them a little bit, but we're going to have a work cut out. I think, again, when you look at this conference race, you know, you have to take advantage of every opportunity. We have 2 opportunities again. We want to try to take advantage of both of them.
All right, we've got some video of Monroe and last couple of games.
Okay.
And they are at home. They're the Warhawks.
Right. Well, they play a lot better at home.
Playing Georgia Southern here.
Play a lot better at home. You know, obviously everything starts with Coppola, the point guard. You know, got to do a good job of limiting him. But they have some forwards that can really stretch and score the basketball. We're going to have to be really good in our ball screen defense. And then Richard does a good job. If you end up switching, he'll end up coming down to the post with your mismatch. We're going to have to do a good job of getting it out of there.
They lost this game, but here this looks like it's the first half, and they're up before going to halftime.
Yeah. Well, again, this is a scrappy team. It's going to be a close game. This is a team that you're going to have to beat. They're not going to beat themselves. They don't turn the basketball over at a high rate. They try to get high production shots. They share the basketball. And again, they play with some toughness. And so we're going to have to be at our best. We're going to have to take Coppola out, you know, obviously get to Munnings and get to his shots on the pick and pop situations. And then defensively, we got to rebound the basketball to finish out them possessions.
We just hope Marcus Johnson shoots the ball well. Hey,
Not only Marcus Johnson, but our whole team.
And we've got, we're going to take a break, but we've got an interview with him. He's interviewing DeAndre Burns. That ought to be interesting. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Reason number 98, it's better at Bale. Location, location, location. Right on Chenal in West Little Rock. Easy to find, easy to buy. Shop Bale Chevy on Chenal today and balechevy.com.
You've seen the vans. Now here's the deal. Hangers Cleaners provides free pickup and delivery to your home or office twice a week. That's right, free delivery. Sign up now to save 20% on your first 2 months of cleaning. Hangers, to your door, won't cost a penny more.
Reason number 88, it's better at Bale. Oil changes for life. Yep, purchase any new or pre-owned vehicle and get free oil changes for as long as you own the car. Just another reason it's better at Bale. Shop Bale Chevy on Chenal today and balechevy.com.
Okay, so it's a little off the beaten path, but the butcher shop is definitely worth the find, and your taste buds will agree. Choose one of the butcher shop's thick cuts of lean steak and cook it yourself. Watch it sizzle over the open flames on the grill, or let their chef cook it for you. Either way, it'll be the most taste-tempting steak in town. The butcher shop has other delicious menu items too, including chicken, salad, pasta, and more. The butcher shop, we're a lot more than just great steaks.
Independence, the ability to think freely. It allows you to tell truth from trend, to put clients first, to take the long view.
We're privately owned. We don't have public shareholders, and that's the very significant difference between ourselves and other firms.
Since 1933, independence has made Stevens one of the country's most successful investment banking firms. Feel free then to learn more about us.
Reason number 88, it's better at Bale. Oil changes for life. Yep, purchase any new or pre-owned vehicle and get free oil changes for as long as you own the car. Just another reason it's better at Bale. Shop Bale Chevy on Chenal today and balechevy.com.
You feel it in your heart. The spirit of Little Rock. We've had that spirit since 1927, helping build our city by producing decades of leaders in the heart of our state. We are the heart of business and innovation, the heart of politics and government, the heart of arts and culture, and in our city beats the heart of a Trojan. UALR, we are Little Rock's team and Little Rock's University.
Independence, the ability to think freely. It allows you to tell truth from trend, to put clients first, to take the long view.
We're privately owned. We don't have public shareholders, and that's the very significant difference between ourselves and other firms.
Since 1933, independence has made Stephens one of the country's most successful investment banking firms. Feel free then to learn more about us.
You feel it in your heart. The spirit of Little Rock. We've had that spirit since 1927, helping build our city by producing decades of leaders in the heart of our state. We are the heart of business and innovation, the heart of politics and government, the heart of arts and culture, and in our city beats the heart of a Trojan. UALR, we are Little Rock's team, and Little Rock's.
Reason number 98, it's better at Bale. Location, location, location. Right on Chenal in West Little Rock. Easy to find, easy to buy. Shop Bale Chevy on Chenal today and balechevy.com.
Okay, we are back. You're in for the last segment. This is always, I like it. We have the player interviews. We got some kind of funny video. I don't know if Coach Flanigan thinks it's funny, but I do. But, you know, we just talked about Marcus Johnson. Yeah. Now, he's interviewing DeAndre Burns.
This should be interesting.
Well, it should be, because you got two guys that don't talk very much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go to the.
Especially Marcus Johnson.
Yeah, let's go to the tape. I want to see how this is.
Good morning, my name is Marcus Johnson, and I want you to meet one of my teammates, DeAndre Burns.
Good morning, good morning.
So DeAndre, where are you from?
Yazoo, Mississippi. Moved to Dallas, Texas when I was 15.
What do you do on your free time?
Sleep. I get them sheets, Z's, sleep.
That's it?
Sleep.
Last year we went to the NCAA tournament. How did that feel, being a freshman going to the tournament?
I mean, it gives you like something that you want to just go back to, you know, all the rest of your years here.
Right. You being a sneaker guy, me being a sneaker guy, I just want to know, what's your favorite pair of Jordans?
All time?
Of all time.
Man, it'll probably be the Concord 11.
So DeAndre, how do you like the new coaching staff?
I mean, they pretty fine. They just they bring a lot of energy, like to practice and stuff. They always want to yell and talk loud. But they're a really cool group of guys for the most part.
Well, thanks everybody for watching the show. We want you to support us at the Jack Stevens Center.
Well,
I think those two guys might
an impact in practice, right?
Yes, you did. Yeah, it looks like they're headed to ESPN too when they get done, huh?
Yeah, well, both of those guys, man, are starting to play really well for us in the backcourt. Again, DeAndre Burns is taking a little pressure off of Marcus by, you know, obviously, you know, guarding the other team's guard. And then being able to make some shots and handle some of the ball handling responsibility. And so I'm looking forward to watching those guys finish out the conference race. You know, again, we talk about practice. You know, our coaching staff is doing a heck of a job right now, and our guys are starting to put together some consistent habits. We keep talking about habits right now, and they're starting to do that, and you see some of that transform into the games. Now we just got to start winning a little bit more consistently.
Okay, as always, we have a social media question for you.
All right.
Are you ready for this one? What can the university do to enable Little Rock's team to appeal to more top-tier recruits? This is submitted by Peter Witkowski via Twitter.
Well, our university has done the first thing, man. They made a commitment to basketball. You know, they supported me and Coach Foley in this program. They know how important athletics is, and so they made that commitment. The onus is on us as a staff to put a consistent winner out there. Obviously, last year we had a dream season, winning 30 games, and so now, you know, our situation is not predicated on just one season. We got to show some consistency. You know, we may have one bad season, one good season. It's not on one or two seasons, but we have got to show consistency. That's where we are right now. And as we consistently win, you'll see some of those top-tier talented guys, you know, coming to the program. I think that right now our program is at an all-time high in terms of the interest level that we have from recruits. You know, some of these guys that we're recruiting right now, you know, back when I was here with Coach Shields, you know, we probably wouldn't even been able to get a phone call picked up from them. Now they're starting to answer the phone calls, and now we got to start plucking some of these guys away.
They know who Little Rock is now, don't they?
They definitely know who it is. And, you know, getting to the NCAA tournament, being on that national platform has obviously helped us. Some of the things our administration has done from a financial standpoint and support standpoint has helped us. You're starting to see some things getting put into the jack in terms of the appearance of our locker rooms and things. And so the commitment is there. You know, again, we got to put a productive team on the floor, and I think we're doing that. Obviously, right now we're not where we want to be in terms of the wins and losses, but I like where our team is headed. I like our recruiting class that we had. We signed 6 guys in an early signing period, and a lot of times that doesn't happen. We got to get one more, and you know, we got to continue to work. We put our head down, continue to work. You know, this program is built on grit, and you know, we're going to keep working.
Okay. As always, we try to end our show with something that's a little humorous, or at least we think, and the people I get the video from. This is an ostrich race that the losers had to carry the winners. This is a few weeks back. And we should see it here. Where's our ostrich race?
Well, we got a super competition going on. Obviously, see the guys right here with a little enthusiasm. We try to have some fun on the road at times. And
here we go.
So here we are. We got the losers, and the losers have to carry the other guys to the other end, and I think Liz jumps on Shannon Goldman's back right here, and off to the races they go.
When Liz gets on him, check him out. He's whipping him pretty good when he gets going here.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun, and obviously, you know, our guys are in great spirits right now. We've got a great mentality, and you know, we're getting better. We're getting better. I like where we're headed right now.
Yeah, you know, you got to keep the fun in it.
Definitely.
You have to do that.
Definitely.
You know?
It's a grind. You know, these guys, you know, especially with us.
Now we're playing on Monday. There's the days off are not there.
That's what I was going to say. Now we're playing on Monday night, so we have to practice on Sunday. So these guys are not getting any days off. The day they do get off, they have to go to class, and so it's a grind. Our guys know that. We got 6 seniors that are doing a heck of a job keeping this team focused. Again, we got to put together more consistent 40-minute games. We're starting to put together great minutes, and our guys are playing as hard as they played all year, and I like our mentalities, I like our attitudes right now. I think we're going to finish up strong. I think you saw 2 really good teams in us and Troy on Monday night, fight it tooth and nail to the end, and one of us is going to be a factor in the conference race, hopefully both of us. You know, we got 11 more games. We'll play our best basketball finishing up.
Okay, good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
We'll be back next week. See what happens. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good night.
The Wes Flanigan Show has been brought to you by Bale Chevrolet, The Butcher Shop, Hangers Cleaners, Stevens Incorporated, Glazers Distributing, and 7 of their finest brands. We urge you to drink responsibly. And Dillard's Department Stores, the providers of head coach Wes Flanigan's wardrobe. Go Trojans!